best way to get more things done is to have to get things done. Here's what I tell especially I tell this to entrepreneurs, but I'll tell it to all of you, even if you're not an entrepreneur. Take all the items that are on your to-do list and then open up a calendar or a day planner, whichever one you use. Go get one if you don't have one. You get a calendar app for free on your phone. And take every item on your to-do list and find time on the calendar in which you're actually going to get those things done. That's how you start having to get things done. Rather than saying, oh, I know I need to do ABC, actually put it on your damn calendar so that you have no choice but to get it done, and there's some accountability because there's a certain time in which it is supposed to begin and there's a certain time in which it has to stop. See, the difference between a calendar and a to-do list is that the calendar holds you accountable to time, whereas a to-do list does not. A to-do list only holds you accountable to actions, but it gives no time perspective to the actions. The problem is many of us have a lot of things that we want to do, but we don't have the time to do them, right? Isn't that what most people say? Everybody says that. And the reason this happens is because we don't hold ourselves accountable to, okay, all these items on the list, how much time am I going to give myself for each one of these items? When am I going to start doing it and when I'm going to stop doing it? See, you got to hold yourself to that level of accountability. And when you do that, more things will get done. The reason many people don't get things done is because you don't put yourself in a position where you have to do them. You put yourself in a position where you want to do them, or it would be nice to do them. The problem is human beings are not moved to action based on things that we want or things that would be nice to engage in, experience, do, accomplish, etc. We get things done when we have to. When something is forced upon you, you do it. When you have no choice, you do it. Any of you who runs any type of client-based business, like a personal trainer, financial advisor, business coach, anything like that, when you have a scheduled appointment with one of your clients at 10 o'clock, do you just show up at 10:15 like, oh, I started 15 minutes late, you know, so what? All right, do you do that to your clients? No, because then you wouldn't have any clients. You wouldn't have any business. But when it comes to things that you know that you quote-unquote need or want to do for yourself, you show up 15 minutes late, you push it back to another day, don't do it at all, allow the previous task to run 30 minutes over and usurp the time you're supposed to be using for the current task, and there's no accountability, nothing happens when you didn't even show up for the very thing that you were allegedly needing or wanting to do. And this is the reason why we don't get things done, because we don't have a system that sets us up for accountability and execution, and a system that ensures the things that we say we need or want to get done, that we actually do them. And I'm telling you what the system is right here. Open up a calendar or a day planner. Again, you don't have one, go get one. Everything you want to do, give it a specific time. And here's the other part of this, is the start time and also the end time. This is important. The end time is important, because if you give yourself unlimited time to get something done, then you will take much more time than you need to take. There's a principle called Parkinson's Law, which states that a task will expand or contract given the amount of allotted time available for it. In other words, if you give yourself 15 minutes to do something, you will get it done in 15 minutes if you truly respect the deadline. If you truly only have 15 minutes, you get it done in 15 minutes. If you give yourself 30 minutes, on the other hand, for the exact same task, you will find a way for that task to take 30 minutes. So the point of Parkinson's Law is that we adjust to expectations. All human beings do. We adjust and adapt to expectations. So when you give someone a certain amount of time to get something done, they get it done within that time frame. These are also known as deadlines. Everybody knows what a deadline is, right? And deadlines sometimes can create a form of pressure on us. The challenge that some of you have is that you want to avoid and stay away from pressure at all costs. You want to stay away from any form of stress, because usually if you feel under pressure, you may start to feel stress. I will challenge you with the following, that there are two different types of stress. There's distress. All of you know about distress. That's the stress that causes those strokes and heart attacks and diseases, and for people to feel old and tired, etc. You know about that kind of stress. All of you are familiar with that. There's another kind of stress. It's called eustress. It's a real word, and it's spelled eustress. 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 And there's another word that people use, like scientifically. I was talking to some biohacking guy, and he said the word. I forget what he called it, but Eustress is the positive type of stress. It's the kind of stress that you sign up for and put yourself under, or allow yourself to be put under voluntarily, under the premise that this type of stress is actually going to make me better, stronger, smarter. It's going to lead to me performing at a higher level. You basically set yourself up for the stress knowing that it's going to happen. So when you go to the gym and you sign up for a CrossFit class, you know the workout's going to be tough. You know the workout's going to kick your ass. You know you're going to be dead tired at the end of it. But you go to the class anyway because you believe that going through that class is going to produce some type of positive benefit for you and in your life. You sign up to run a marathon, you never did it before. You know it's going to be stressful, but you do it anyway because you feel like it's going to make you better. And you sign up to get a life coach or a business coach or a relationship coach or an accountability coach. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He said he signed up for an accountability coach. Why do you do that? Because you know they're going to push you. You know they're going to make you do stuff that you don't really want to do. You know they're going to get you out of your comfort zone, and the comfort zone is where everything is normal, and you know you're going to get pushed out of it, but you sign up for it and you show up to it anyway. All right, this is eustress. This is the good kind of stress. And all of us could use more of that because, as I just told you, human beings adjust to expectations, and we adapt to expectations. So when you put anyone, including yourself, in a situation where they have no choice but to do something a certain way and within a certain time frame, we always find a way to deliver on the expectations or the limitations given to us. The challenge that many of you have is that you have no expectations for yourself, especially when it comes to your time. If you want to know what expectations you have of yourself when it comes to your time, look at your calendar. If there's nothing on your fucking calendar, you have no time expectations. You are, I would 99% bet that you are wasting time. Why? Because human beings are naturally lazy. All of us. We are wired to conserve energy. So if you have nothing on your calendar, you're wasting time, guaranteed. So you have no time expectations. And then you're not putting yourself or allowing yourself to be put in positions where you could be pushed into stress that would actually be good for you, that would make you better. So the best way to get things done, everybody, is to have to get things done. How do you do this? Just with yourself, regardless of what anybody else is doing? Start putting everything you need to do on the fucking calendar so you can give yourself a time limit. I got 10 minutes, I got an hour, I got 30 minutes, etc. for everything to do. Respect your own rules. So if you say an hour, you got a fucking hour, not 2 hours, not, well, it's going over, so I'm gonna just go over. No. It takes as much time as it takes. It's like if your boss said you got an hour, you got an hour, not as much time as it takes an hour. And the last thing is, make sure that you're not make sure, but accept the stress. Accept the stress. Accept the pressure. Pressure can either burst the pipe or it can reveal a diamond. Pressure didn't do it to you. You were already that. You were already a rusty pipe that gets burst by pressure, or you were already a diamond that just needed to be revealed by the pressure. But the pressure didn't do that to you. It just revealed you. And this is the way you can start getting more things done. You want to get more things done in life, you have to put yourself in a position where it must be done and you have to do it. And you got to respect your own. You got to respect your own rules. If you're not respecting your own rules, well, what are we doing? WorkOnYourGameUniversity.com. I can help you with this. I coach people on this. I help people like you set their lives up and set their businesses up to where this stuff works the way it is supposed to work. It does not mean that you need to be doing everything yourself. It just means that you need to hold yourself accountable so that the things that need to be done do get done, and everything is with respect to time, because time is the one resource that once you run out of it, there's nothing more to talk about. So WorkOnYourGameUniversity.com.